Okay, so in this video, what we're going to be talking about is spying on your competitors' ads, right? So when you're putting a Facebook ad out there, a lot of you might have some insecurities about, whether or not the ad looks good, whether or not people are going to respond to it really well. And I'm here to tell you right now is that you don't have to worry about all those things. You don't have to be some Photoshop guru or anything like that. You don't have to hire some expensive copywriter in order to make a really great ad. Today, what I'm going to show you is 4 really great and free resources that you can use in order to get into the mind of some of the best marketers out there in any possible niche, where you can actually go and look at some really high performing ads. And all you have to do is really copy what they're doing. Now, I'm not going to say that you need to go in here and copy their ads word for word or their image word for word, but take some elements out of there and actually use it in your ad campaign. So the first one we're going to be talking about is going to be AdEspresso. This is free and it's very popular, and you can go there by typing in AdEspresso into your search engine. Right here I'm in Microsoft Edge because this is the only browser that I have that does not have an ad blocker on it. And so once you go to adespresso.com, just Google it or Bing it, whatever, you can scroll down all the way to the bottom and click on examples. Now, you can basically type in any type of, you can type in a person that you're interested in. Like, let's say, for instance, you're into the self-help market like Tony Robbins or something, right? And I can just type in his name. And his ads are going to pop up, and any ads with his name that are going to be in it, right? So I know that this right here is definitely live. I was recently in Atlanta and I saw this on a billboard, actually. And so it's actually really great for that. But one great thing about it is that you can actually use AdEspresso for this, because the other one I'm going to show you after this is going to be great too. But one great thing I want to show you about AdEspresso is that you can actually type in genres or particular niches or fields. So let's just say I had a restaurant, right? And I wanted to look up, what would be a great ad for possibly a restaurant. So I would just type in, restaurants. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go for industries right here. And you can set these little filters right here for yourself if you just want to find something here. So we can do all placements, but I'm going to do desktop feed right now. You can do right column if you want to have your ads appear in your right-hand column. And objective, sales, content, whatever. That stuff right there doesn't matter for the sake of this exercise. So I'm going to click on that. And right here, what we can find is a really excellent example of some food right here. And you can click on this. You can actually, I advise anybody to enter into someone's sales funnel to kind of see how the process goes, see what their offers are, see what their upsells and downsells are. The only downside of using the free version of this, which I recommend to anybody to use the free version, you don't need the paid version at all. They're only going to give you 5 ads, and then the rest of it, they're going to try to go on ahead and sign you up for, the paid version here. But I'm going to click on this, and I can look at what this ad looks like. And let's look at this copy right here. Restaurant quality meals made by chefs with fresh ingredients delivered to your door. It's short, it's sweet, it's simple. They got 27 likes, which may or may not be a good thing. I mean, if this is a national campaign or something, which we can clearly see this is 2 years ago. If this is a national campaign, then it's very poor. But if it's let's say a local campaign, then that's actually pretty good, depending on how old the ad was at the time of it being recorded. And you can click on the link here, and it's going to take you into their funnel and stuff like that. Like I said, always enter into other people's funnels to kind of help you out with what your offer might be looking like. And this actually works pretty good for everything else. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to type in, I like a lot of marketers, and they actually help me to kind of understand what it is that I need to be targeting, kind of what my ads need to look like when I'm actually going after people to try to get them into my training or something, right? So, or when I'm marketing anything. So let's just say I take a look at Russell Brunson. Wait a second, I did not Take that filter off of there, excuse me. All industries, desktop newsfeed. Let's go with this. So what I can see right here is he's got some ads up. He's got his new book out, Expert Secrets. He's got some other things right here, .com secrets. Really great book right there. And then there are also, I have no idea who this guy is right here. I think he's just selling Russell's book. So of course, let's click on this ad right here. And let's get a look at this ad copy. Are you struggling to get your webinar to convert, even with the perfect webinar script? I tell my clients this all the time. We can see some really good examples of how to put together a really great ad. And I know this guy right here, like some of these people are actually spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for the right copy to go ahead and put this stuff together. And we have a link right here that we can actually enter into the funnel. We have how well this ad actually performed, so on and so forth. So that's one tool that you can actually use. Make sure that you go in here and type in whatever industry or possibly even a person that you really admire and you like their marketing. And go in there, get a look at these ads, get a look at the picture, and really just go over to like, Fiverr.com or Upwork or something, and then go on there and then have someone make something similar to this. Not replicate it, but make something similar to it. So the next tool that we're going to be looking at is going to be addicted.io. And addicted.io is going to give you some of the same exact things as AdEspresso. But I like addicted.io because they have a larger library of things to look at. So let's look at this for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in another person I also admire, which is going to be John Loomer. And he's a really good blogger. Excuse me here. I can find his ads now. Click on that little green button. So John Loomer Digital right here. I can take a look at what his ads look like. I can click on this, get a look at this copy here. I created this completely free 12 video series for online entrepreneurs like you. I provide detailed tips, lessons, strategies based on lessons I've learned building my business. Video topics include, and I wish it would have showed us the more on that one, but it doesn't. We can actually see some of the titling here, the newsfeed title, what now, free video series for entrepreneurs. We can actually see how well it performed. People really did like it. So you might want to take some of the elements out of this right here. Here's a link to his website, of course, and also to his Facebook page right here. And we can kind of see, how well it did, so on and so forth. So this actually gives you some really good detailed stuff and also some other ads that he's also ran when you click on someone's ads. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this one right here, but I do want to make you aware of, like, okay, another person here, Amy Porterfield. Let's go ahead and click on her stuff here. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you, these are her ads right now that are actually out there. And this is going to give you like the most recent ads. So it says 255 matching ads. You can actually filter out like reactions, like, okay, how many reactions and stuff does it need to have or have gotten for me to even look at it? Like I want to see, I only want to look at ads that have gotten like, maybe, over 1,000 likes or something like that, right? So I can choose that, or maybe 100 likes, any love, any shares, and I can actually filter that out, right? So anytime in the last 24 hours or last week, let's see if she's ran in the last week here. Nothing in the last week, last month. Let's see that. So these are the newest ones that she's got out right now. Let me just go on ahead and click on all times, and let's go for the number of likes. Let's go for 100 plus likes here. And it's actually going to filter out like her best performing ones right here, which is actually pretty good. So yeah, I mean, if you're doing a webinar or something like that, I definitely would recommend that you go there and copy and get some of this ad copy right here and just look at it. And like I said, don't copy their stuff verbatim or anything like that. Just borrow elements out of it and then go and get some of that ad copy and get someone to, if you're not a Photoshop person yourself, like I am, or, a video editor, then, you need to go to Fiverr or something like that and then have someone, or Upwork, and then have somebody make you something that's really good that is going to perform very well based on what these people are doing, because they're spending thousands of dollars to get the right images, the right ad copy. They're doing all the split testing and things like that, and you don't have to go through all the headache. Not to say that you're not going to have to do any work, because what works for them might not work for you, but it's a damn good bet that it's going to do pretty good for you. All right. So the next tool that we're going to be taking a look at is going to be swiped.io. Right. And the way you get there, you just go ahead and Google that or Bing it or something like that. And the difference about this website right here is it's not going to have as many resources as Addicted or AdEspresso because it's not solely a Facebook ads gallery, right? So what you can actually do on here is you can actually go and filter out niches right here. Dating, relationships, deals, dental, if you're wanting to run ads for your dentist practice. Let's go for health and wellness. Some of you out there are probably in multi-level marketing or something like that, and you have a health and wellness product or a weight loss product or something like that you want to push. We can click on that and see what some of this stuff is actually doing. We can go for all types right here. Affiliate emails. We got banner ads. Let's click on banner ads right here. So this is a banner ad. This is really good to see where what some of these ads are like. We can actually click on the swipe file here. And the cool thing about this website here is not only does it give you like the ad copy and everything, but you can see right here where it actually does go in and kind of outline everything right here with these little red dotted lines. And what you can do is you can go down here and they're going to break down a lot of these things in here, right? As to why they actually think that these ads do really well. For some reason, it's not showing it right here, but let's just go back and try to find ourselves something that is going to show us, let's just see here, types. Let's go for emails right here. And they actually break down why it is that they believe that some of these things are actually winning by the elements here. So let's look at this here. All right, so this is an email right here for the reader. Today, only the following controversial book is offered to a group of Americans. So the blurred image is a nice touch that displays the controversial theme. Controversy can be an effective copy theme and attention grabber, especially when used in a market like health and finance, where there is a big common enemy such as greedy corporations and the government. So when you're looking at these ads, this is one of the benefits of swiped.co that you can actually go to. And what they're going to do is they're going to break down why it is they believe that this stuff is actually performing really well. So they don't necessarily have the volume that Addicted.io or AdEspresso does, but they do go into depth with their stuff, and you can actually look at more resources here. So let's just take a look at one more thing here. Let's go for consulting. Many of you might have consulting businesses. Let's see if we can see some resources out there about that. Private event, Facebook ads, Frank Kern. Let's go look at his stuff here. So here's his Facebook ad. They're going to break down this ad copy here. He starts by appealing to the prospect's desire to work with him personally and get inside access. He then mentions it's for a small group of it basically gives you exclusivity and then goes into an explanation that ends at a point where you want to know more. All right, so this explains a lot. The image, the only thing that changes in each of these ads is the photo. Frank ties a combination of photos with guests versus photos of himself. This makes him look more approachable, and I'm just adding that into myself. But to me, this ad copy does make him look more approachable. He's actually talking to someone who conveys that they're just a regular person. So you can actually go to swipe.co for that. And another little really quick tip that I want to show you is you can actually use Facebook itself. And I'm on my timeline right here, and I don't have to really go far to look for some ads on my Facebook page. And this is something that probably a lot of you guys did not know about, which is when you see ads on your page, there's a little arrow right here. This is on the desktop. I don't know about, this on mobile or something like that. I'm on my desktop clearly. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to click on this little down arrow right here to kind of help me out with my targeting. So it says right here, why am I seeing this ad? Right? Or I can create a similar ad to it. But why am I seeing this ad? This is from drip from lead pages, right? Excuse me, clicked on the wrong thing there. Just clicking all over the place right now. One reason you're seeing this ad is that Drip from Lead Pages wants to reach people who may be similar to their customers. There may be other reasons you're seeing this ad, including that Drip from Lead Pages wants to reach people ages 22 to 55 who live or recently in the United States. This is information based on your Facebook profile, where you've connected, where you've connected to the internet. That's one thing there. Let me just go ahead and continue to scroll down here. Let's see if I can find some more ads. Okay, so Dean Graziosi. Didn't we just see this guy? Let me go back to this page right here. I think he was on Frank Kern's ad right here. Yeah, he's right here, Dean Graziosi. Let's see why he's targeted me for a second. Why am I seeing this ad? One reason you're seeing this ad is that Dean wants to reach people who may be similar to their customers. And I can click on Learn More here. I'm just going to open this up in another tab and see what's going on. So he created a lookalike audience. So I can see right here is that some of my friends have actually liked him, and he's created a lookalike audience based on the people who have liked his page or maybe some of his content that he's put out there. So that's a really great way for you to get some insider information about some of the best ads that you can use with AdEspresso, Addicted.io, Swiped.co, and from Facebook itself to understand, why you're being targeted by some of these people and what they're actually using for their targeting, and to get a great insight on who to target and what to target them with when you put your stuff out there. So with that being said, if you have somebody who you do really admire in a particular marketing space that is yours, like a competitor or something, see if they're running ads out there, go and like their page, enter to their funnel. And then what you can do is another really great thing here to look at is that, okay, I've got 72 comments right here, 112 shares. I've got 92,000 views. So if I actually was in a niche like, Dave Roggenmazer here, or whatever his name is, however you pronounce it, it might be a really good idea to come up with a similar ad to this and then target the exact same, or some of the same people that he's targeting. He wants to reach people who may be similar to their customers. Okay, let me just open this up. Of course, that's going to open up the lookalike audience as well. So he's created an audience, but go ahead and enter into that and make an ad that's similar to that. Maybe you want to target people who like Dave. If he's got, like, let's just say, like a bunch of followers or something like that, I can actually go and look at his page and see if he might be a viable person to target. Or I can look at that from my audience insights from back there in my Facebook Ads Manager. So keep those things in mind, and good hunting when you actually go out there and put your ads out there. Give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to, subscribe. And I promise to, from now on, I'm going to try to go ahead and upload about 2 videos each week to try to help you guys out, because that's what it's all about for me, is helping you guys out with some of the problems that you might face out there. So with that being said, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll be adding more value to you. And also, please do leave a comment down there to let me know if you really enjoy my graphics, because, one reason why I do that is because I believe that it helps people, learn more, and it's very intriguing, it's very engaging. And, if you have any other tips or something like that, man, just go ahead and put that down in the comments. So if you have any questions, I'll be sure to respond to that stuff. So with that being said, peace. I will see you next time.